Well, hello there, Libra. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we are doing your August 2024 tarot reading. So, we'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll jump into the tarot to see about any obstacles or areas of resistance on your path. And, of course, advice from Spirit about how you can better manifest what your heart desires. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's see what's on the horizon for you. Desert Passage, trust there's a divine plan, and Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. Okay, and that's the number 8. Okay, so Libra, this is a strong energy here of, I feel like you may feel a little bit lost at this time, not really sure what is going on. You could be even, there could be a lot of, either for some of you, it could be total stagnation. Like you feel like nothing is moving in your life, right? It's kind of like everything's barren. Nothing's truly moving forward in your life. For others of you, you may have gotten into kind of like a situation where things are kind of like chaotic. Yeah, this is all heading in a really good place though. Okay, so sometimes things have to get kind of messy, kind of chaotic, right? Before they can kind of calm down and be in a better place. And I think for some of you, yeah, this is just, I think for a lot of you, this is probably a really, and I'm going to send you lots of love and hugs. Take really good care of yourself right now because I think there's a lot going on around you, even if it's not showing up in 3D. You can feel like the energy around you is just really like almost like swirling. And this is an energy of understanding that whatever is going on, and this could be more in like relationships, and it could be, you know, romantic, family, friend, or even in work. There is kind of a strong energy here, maybe even in work, where, you know, the energy of the people that are around you, there could be a lot of conflict, even if you're not involved in it. Okay. It could even be, say, for instance, your neighbors are having some conflict with each other, you know, for one reason or another. It doesn't matter. And you may not necessarily be involved, Libra, but you could have neighbors that are talking to you about what, you know, the Joneses are doing, and, you know, and then the Joneses are telling you what the Smiths are doing or whatever. There's just a sense of people, you know, and, you know, there's a lot going on in the world. It could be even the energy of what is going on in the world that is really kind of like concerning you or causing you, because you have a fragmented energy, right? Kind of like trying to perhaps, it's almost like mentally, emotionally, you could be trying to figure out like what the conflict is, how you can help, how this is affecting you, because you are a person that likes harmony, right? So even if it's not pertaining to you in particular, like with your neighbors or coworkers or something like that, the conflict that is going on around you is affecting you. It is affecting your energy, right? And I feel like you may be trying to appease it, right? Or work to harmonize it, or not get involved in it, right? It's all of those things. I think what you're trying to do is heal whatever the situation is. But guess what? It's something that keeps coming up. And when the round and round comes up, it helps us to understand that there's a pattern here that is ready to be broken. So if it's kind of like the same people continue to have these conflicts, or, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be the same people, but if you have situations that are playing out over and over again, it's that your part in this is to understand, yeah, this is just really an energy of learning. You know, I'm going to say there is something here about not getting caught up in the drama. I think there's drama around you. And Libra, that can be so hard, especially if it has something to do with people that, you know, like your neighbors, coworkers, family members, people that are close to you, right? It's kind of like you've tried to learn your lesson that it's time to just move forward, right? Maybe these people in this situation, right? If it continues, like say your neighbors are always arguing, maybe it's time to allow yourself to say, you know what? These people are always going to be that way. So either I can accept it for what it is and not get involved in it, right? And try to meet friends outside the neighborhood, or maybe I'm just ready to move, right? Same thing with family or whoever this is, because the thing is that this, even if you're not directly involved, because I'm not sure you're directly involved in this, Libra, but it's still preventing you from moving in the direction that you want to move in. You have the Lovers, you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to drop the burden of I feel like you're trying to bring harmony and peace to this situation. You're trying to, if you're involved, you're trying to get the other person to understand why you feel the way you feel, right? And if there's two people involved that are arguing and you're like the third person and you're trying to bring harmony between the two of them so that everybody can be in harmony, right? I think what you're understanding is that this is almost like a feud, and I'm going to say like a family feud, right? That is just not going to ever kind of like come to terms. So it's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm just moving away from this situation. I think you've given a lot to the situation to try to bring some peace and harmony to it, and it's just not working. So it's kind of like understanding. You either have to accept it for what it is and try not to work on it or worry about it anymore, which can be very difficult, but that's radically accepting the situation for what it is, right? Or you can allow yourself to disconnect from it and move completely in a new direction. So it would be like if this is a work situation, right? It's kind of like, okay, that's it. I have to make the decision to go find another job, right? And it's kind of like, this is a little bit of energy. I think you're kind of mad about it because you're like, if they would just get along, I wouldn't have to go find another job. But also understanding that this whole situation is playing out because your spirit guides and angels have a divine plan. They're kind of like helping you to see this situation isn't going to change. So the only thing that can change is your perspective of it, or you can decide to go in a different direction. And I think that that's what you're doing, and especially if you have been feeling stuck about this situation for some time. Because here is your obstacle. Yeah, look at this. Both of these, they have their hands crossed over their chest in a way, right? They're holding themselves back. They're not allowing themselves to expand in love, expand in abundance, expand in joy, right? Both of these are about trying to stay safe. And Libra, you being the peacemaker, the harmonious, zodiac sign, the one that wants peace in the world, right? The problem is that a lot of times when you're so concerned about not having any confrontations with other people or not speaking your mind, right? Or trying to appease other people and try to bring peace and harmony by either over compromising yourself or over giving in this situation, because we have the Six of Pentacles. I think you've over given in this situation. So it's kind of like understanding the fates are telling you it's time to allow yourself to move in a new direction. Speak your piece, right? Don't hold it back. There is this energy of don't hold back, but also understanding that the people you're dealing with are not going to change. This is like you're talking to the wall, right? It's the energy of you. Yeah, this is the decision, right? Here is your obstacle. You have not wanted to make this decision. The Judgment card has been coming out a lot lately for me, right? This is the energy of second chances, of understanding this situation that's kind of bothering you at this time, that's fragmenting your energy, right? It just keeps coming up over and over again. Every time you think that you've gotten this situation under control, all of a sudden it flares up again. This is the energy of you're just putting out fires, but you're not allowing yourself to move forward to more love, to more joy, to more abundance. This is making the decision, right? This is like, I can't juggle this situation and also move in the direction that is best for me. And therefore, it's kind of like I'm making the decision to go after what my heart desires. The star card is wishing upon a star and going towards what it is that your heart truly desires. It is going to take a lot of courage to move past the conflict in this. The Five of Wands is the conflict, right? It's allowing yourself to choose to be courageous, to choose to face the conflict instead of trying to work around the conflict. This is kind of like looking at it head on and saying to yourself, how do I feel about this situation? Perhaps speaking your piece if you haven't already done that, right? And then deciding what is best for Libra, because these people, this situation is not going to change. And I feel like you're stepping into this much more blessed energy because you realize this, I can't change this. Oh, Libra, I think that you have given so much to this situation because it's kind of like you wanted this to work out, right? It could be that you have like the perfect job, right? You love the work that you do. You love how much you get paid. You love the short commute, right? Everything's great about it, but the people that you work with, they're always bickering. There's always this office gossip going on. They're backstabbing each other, right? It's just, so toxic. Everything else is great. And so you've been allowing yourself to put up with that. But what you're understanding is that just by being around people that are like that, and perhaps very overly judgmental of each other, right? Or judgmental of you, if this is somebody that you're actually in a relationship with in some capacity, it's understanding that that energy is draining you of your energy, and it's time. Yeah, this is you. And it's so hard. It is so hard. You're moving past all of this pain, this anguish, the mind games, right? I think there's been a lot of mind games in this, and you're moving towards, look at what you're moving towards. Especially if this has something to do with like a love, okay, or relationships. You have the Emperor and the Empress, the Four of Wands, and then you also have the Ace of Wands. This is the energy of finding your true counterpart, right? Of a business partner. It could be a business partner that the two of you really mesh because you're deciding to leave this situation. You're saying, this doesn't work. I have to go in this other direction. For some of you, it could be a romantic relationship, right? Where you're saying, I have tried to make this work and it won't work. I have to go in a new direction and meet my true soulmate. For others of you, it could be finding, right, new neighbors where there is this energy of we can really and truly work together, creating happy family, happy home, joyful celebrations, right? This is people coming together and building something. It's also twin flame energy. For some of you, this could be you reuniting or coming together, finally meeting your twin flame. And the Ace of Wands, fresh new starts, inspiration, motivation, excitement, reigniting your own passions for life and allowing yourself to go in that direction. Understanding life is a mystery, right? What has occurred so that you could gain some insight and wisdom about what it is that you really and truly want. You saw what you don't want. Now you're going in the direction of what it is that you truly do want. I love this energy. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And Libra, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, this one wants to, am I focused on what I want most? Yeah, I don't think you are, Libra. I think you've been focused on trying to get this to work because you thought it was something that you wanted, whether it's a relationship, a situation, a job, a career, whatever. You wanted to, your heart wanted for this situation to work out, but it really and truly was not in alignment with what your heart truly desires and what is available to you, right? So you have to allow yourself to move forward, to say, yeah, okay, this was great. I learned some lessons here. I gained some insight, maybe met some new people that taught me more about the world in one way or another. Now it's time for me to allow myself to move in a new direction. Yeah, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. I think one of the things that you have to keep in mind, Libra, is that your strength is that energy of the peacemaker, harmony, right? But at the same time, when you're focusing on trying to keep people happy all the time, you lose sight of what really makes you happy, right? So it's about allowing yourself to take your lovely focus of trying to make other people happy, to bring peace and harmony to situations, and instead move towards something that your heart truly desires, right? Even if you don't know exactly what that is right now, it's allowing yourself to disconnect from something that just isn't going to change, right? And allowing yourself to say, I want more than just peace and harmony in my life. I want excitement. I want celebration. I want to be able to say, wow, I'm so excited that a new day is here, instead of trying to keep the peace in something that just really and truly is just zapping you of your time, your energy, your focus, your love, your resources, right? It's like, go out there and allow yourself to move towards something that really gets your juices flowing. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. It was so good to see you. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.